Today's episode, I'm going to give you 3 or 4 signs that a woman is in love with you, okay? And women, this is also your sign that you might be in love with a man, okay? Now, the signs, look, here's the thing which men misunderstand. There are women that shit test men, yeah? Shit test you and like kind of put you through your ringers and kind of test your boundaries. And there's other women who are just disrespecting you, and men can't always tell the difference between whether she's shit testing because she likes me so much or she's just shit testing me because she doesn't like me. And there's a fine line. So I'm going to give you the signs of when a woman is actually in love with you. The first sign that a woman is truly in love with you, and I think this applies for men and women, but I think I'll just talk from women's perspective, is she becomes more and more selfless, almost to a fault. If she truly loves you, what will happen is she literally becomes more and more selfless. What that means is she will prioritize and put your needs first. So she might do things like she'll be mindful of your money. She's like, oh, don't spend too much there. Like, we shouldn't do that. We should save for a house. She'll be mindful of your money. Or she will be understanding of situations. Like, let's say you have a holiday booked, but something's come up. She'll be more understanding. She becomes selfless because what actually ends up happening when she's truly in love with you is her number one value starts to become, and her number one love language starts to become quality time and physical affection. As long as she's got those 2 things, she tends to just be very patient, very loving, and very relaxed. When she's not in love with you, what will happen is she'll look for other things and she'll become more selfish. She'll say, where is this? Where is that? I want this, I want that. Now, some men think, oh, she wants to spend time with me. She's so selfish. No. Selfless women and women that are in love with you, those become their signs that they're in love with you. The main thing is they want quality time more than anything in the world, and they want physical affection. If you're finding that the more you're getting to know a person, the less she wants quality time and the less physical affection there is, she's not truly in love with you. She might just be comfortable in the relationship. She might just be using the relationship as to heal from another relationship. She might just be, a bit disinterested. But if those 2 things start to come up more and more, quality time and physical affection are the 2 things that she's really, really asking for more and more, then chances are she's falling in love with you. If she's still in the present side of things and she's still in the acts of service, she still wants acts of service, you to do things for her, and she still wants presence, she's on that side of things, then she's not quite in love with you yet. She might get there, but she's in the beginning stages of just seeing how much you're investing in her. She's not fully in love. As she gets more in love, she'll want quality time and physical affection more than any other form of love. Okay? Now, the next thing that a woman will do when she's in love with you is she becomes loyal to a fault. And what I mean by that is you don't have to tell her to stop texting other guys. You don't have to tell her to delete her Tinder. You don't have to tell her that you don't want her talking to an ex and stuff. Her brain just shifts towards you. It just comes naturally. And I think men do this as well. And, they just shift towards you. So what will happen is when a woman is falling in love with you, she might even think, oh, I wish I could just be with other men because I know he's still on Tinder. I wish I was, as bad as he is because he's still liking other girls' pictures. But women, when they are in love with you, they will become loyal. It's like a natural pull. They don't even want it. They're wanting to somewhat be liberal. They were like, I wish I could still message other guys because he keeps messaging other girls, or I wish I could like pictures because he keeps doing it, but it's just not in me. When a woman falls in love with you, loyalty becomes so natural and so given, and it's something she even might try and resist, but it just pulls her because it's a signal of her falling in love. It's a symptom of her falling in love. When women are not in love with you, loyalty becomes difficult to achieve. Loyalty is something you have to teach her. Loyalty is something you always have to watch with her because she's not truly in love with you. So I do think if you have to keep pushing and you say, oh, she's an avoidant attachment. And no, she's not. She just doesn't love you. Because women by design, when they're in love with someone, if anything, they're anxious. They're obsessed with the partner. They get a bit anxious. So if you have to teach her loyalty, and I'm not saying little things obviously she'll get wrong. She might get little things wrong and maybe she'll be a bit friendly with her a colleague at work that she just sees as a friend and she doesn't see in a bad way. But I'm talking about brazen acts of disloyalty. It means simply that she's not in love with you. It's that simple, because when a woman falls in love, she doesn't have to be told how to behave when it comes to disloyalty. She will naturally, look, women tell random guys every day that I have a boyfriend. They tell it to guys even when they don't have a boyfriend. So if she's hiding that information from other men while she's with you, that means she's just not in love with you. She's just not. You can try and beg her to start acting right, but you can't beg someone to be in love with you. So I would say loyalty is the next one that's really important. Now, another thing that happens to women when they fall really in love with somebody is they do get a bit anxious. Yeah, they do get anxious. They naturally worry. They worry if they're going to lose you. They worry if you're going to go somewhere else. They worry if you're going to lose your attraction and attachment to them. They naturally worry more. When she doesn't care if you call, doesn't care if you're seeing her, doesn't care if you've slept together, doesn't care, she's just not in love with you. She's just attached. She's simply not in love with you. But when she cares where you are, what time you're coming home, she wants to spend time with you, so she naturally starts to worry a bit more. Now, how to handle that is when you know she's got this anxious and you're worried that her anxiety is actually leading her to become a bit disrespectful, a bit too controlling, so on and so forth. Here's what you have to do to manage that when a woman starts to fall in love and she gets a bit anxious and aggressive. You have to give boundaries with warmth. And what I mean by that is some men, when they see the woman's getting a bit anxious and she's like worried where you are and worried you might be talking to other girls and getting a bit jealous, they get too in the boundaries and not enough warmth. So they might say, I don't accept this, don't tell me what to do, I hate being controlled, fuck you, basically. And that's too much on the boundaries side. Other men get too much on the warmth side, where they submit to everything she's saying. They're like, okay, I'll never, ever, ever talk to another human being ever again. And you can have all my passwords and all my everything. You can take my kidney, take it, anything you want. That's also not going to work. So you don't want somebody too warm and you don't want someone with too many boundaries. You have to find the balance. And it's a really fine balance between what women have to do. They have to have a boundary, a very clear boundary, but they have to give her love for her to accept that boundary. They have to have it like, look, I really don't want you screaming at me over something small, or I don't want you going through my phone at night. I just don't think it's comfortable and it's good for either of us. But you don't say, oh, because you're so crazy, you're so toxic, that's too much on the negative. You say, because I love you so much, I don't want you to be down this road, or I don't want you to have this level of anxiety, and I don't want you to misunderstand things. I'm saying it for you. I don't care what you do. Like, I've got nothing to hide. But out of love for you, I don't want you to go too far with this, and I don't want you to be too stressed. So you give them love with a very clear boundary. Where you get it wrong is too many boundaries, not enough warmth, or too much warmth and not enough boundaries. Find the balance. It will really help you, okay? So those are the 3 signs that a woman is in love with you. Now, no. Now, some of the, okay. Hi guys, welcome to my course on masculinity. And in this course, not only will I be able to completely